A new twist in the alleged murder for hire plot. Police in Florida arresting a single mom, accusing her of arranging the killing of a prominent Florida State law professor. ABC's Matt Gutman has the new details for us. Good morning, Matt.
Hey, good morning, Robin. Authorities portray Katherine Magbanua as a kind of femme fatale in this case. Police say the Miami beauty linked Dan Markel's in-laws, a family of wealthy dentists, with a pair of hitmen from Miami. Now, the reason they allegedly wanted the famous law professor dead, an ugly War of the Roses type of divorce.
This morning, Katherine Magbanua is facing a first-degree murder charge for the slaying of Professor Dan Markel. Police say Markel was gunned down in his Tallahassee driveway in 2014 as part of an elaborate murder-for-hire plot orchestrated by the wealthy family of his ex-wife, Wendy Adelson. Police say the 31-year-old Magbanua is the link between the alleged triggerman and Wendy Adelson's family. Accused hitman Sigfredo Garcia is the father of Magbanua's 2 children, and police say they discovered Magbanua was also the girlfriend of Wendy Adelson's brother, Charles.
I am a periodontist.
Did Charlie Adelson have anything to do with Markel's murder?
No. He's being looked at because of the fact that he had a dating relationship with Katherine.
The motive for the alleged hit? Officials believe the Adelsons were desperate for Wendy and her 2 children to move closer to them in South Florida, and Dan Markel was standing in the way.
The working theory of the case is that the reason for this homicide was due to the bitter divorce that was ongoing.
An arrest affidavit claims Magbanua made cash deposits totaling about $50,000 in the months after Markel was killed. Police say she was also compensated with breast augmentation surgery just 3 months after the murder, and that an informant told them Charles Adelson allegedly picked up half the tab. But the single mom's attorney says there was no reason to arrest her like this. Our sole priority right now is getting her on bond so she can take care of her 2 kids. Police even set up an undercover sting to get information from Wendy Adelson's mother.
Excuse me, Mrs. Adelson?
In this elaborate sting, video of which was obtained exclusively by ABC News, that undercover agent is trying to draw out the Adelsons by posing as the brother of one of the hitmen.
She has the paper.
Police allege the sting set off a flurry of calls between the Adelsons and Magbanua and one of the alleged hitmen.
An attorney for the Adelsons told us Magbanua's arrest smacked of desperation, and the Adelson family denies any involvement. Meanwhile, the trials for the 2 alleged hitmen are scheduled to start in the coming weeks. Both have pleaded not guilty, but we've learned that authorities are trying desperately to flip them, hoping they'll testify against the Adelsons. Robin.
All right, Matt, joining us now, ABC News legal analyst Dan Abrams. Let's take a breath here.
Yeah.
It can be so confusing in all this. What do you make of the new arrest and charges?
All right, so remember, what the allegation is, what the theory is for the prosecution is, family wants guy dead. Family reaches out to the woman who was just charged. She finds hitmen, and they then kill Markel. Okay. The problem is that the woman who's now charged is effectively the middle person, right? Because you've got the hitmen who are charged, now you've got the middle person who's charged, but you don't have the people who the authorities seem to think initiated this whole thing charged. So if someone in the Adelson family is hiring a hitman and paying her to do it, well, then, of course, you're going to charge that person, except no one in the Adelson family has been charged.
What evidence do they have against this woman?
Well, look, they have what they were talking about, this financial,
the cell phone,
the cell phone records, et cetera, and she does have these connections. Remember, sorry, it's so confusing. The parent of her 2 children is the hitman, right? And she was having an alleged relationship with the Adelson. And so you've got, they believe, a lot of evidence connecting her to both sides in this. But again, without that connection to Adelson, which the prosecutors believe is the reason this happened, the theory that I've got to believe, and this relates to something Matt just said, is they're trying to turn the screws on the hitmen. They're trying to get him or the Adelsons to turn here, so they charge the middle person who both sides may have sympathy for.
Okay. Hard to keep up. Hard to keep up, but need to. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Not the last we're going to hear about this one.
No, it is not.